Hey guys, so it's Tash again. I'm back with another MyFitnessPal how-to video. So the next one we're going to do is how to plan for your following day. So the best way to stay on track is to always plan ahead, which is kind of one of those things you learn at a very young age. So you always want to plan ahead the best that you can. So typically when you are, even if you're dieting, not dieting, I think for the most part during the week, we kind of like to stay into somewhat of a routine just to make our lives a little bit easier. So what you can do, I like to do this before I go to bed at night. I'm going to click on where it says today at the top in the middle. I'm going to click to tomorrow, so just the arrow to the right. Now, what I always do before bed is I just add in everything that I know I'm going to do tomorrow. So I know I'm going to have the same breakfast. So I'm going to go, what I did there was click on the 3 dots underneath breakfast on the right hand part of the screen. So I click on that and I'm going to copy from date and I'm going to copy the breakfast I had today. If you want to copy the breakfast you had from Saturday, you can do that too. But I'm going to copy the same one I have today. There it is. Now, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to have the same lunch. Let's just, for ease, we're going to say we're going to do the same lunch. So we're adding that in. Now, dinner, I want to have, let's say I want to have salmon. So obviously, I'm not going to macro it all out and all that stuff. But just keep in mind, if I'm going to have salmon for dinner, I know that it's a bit higher in fat, so I might have to reduce my fat elsewhere, and that will have to come probably from my snacks. But that's for you to figure out and for you to learn how to do. So we'll say salmon. I always looked for cooked versions, so I'll say salmon cooked. Let's see here, grams, we'll say about 100 grams, sure. 100 grams of salmon, I want that with some rice. So rice cooked, perfect. So let's have a look here. I'm probably going to pick, I do prefer white rice. Now, does it have it in grams? It doesn't look like it does. Oh, yeah. So 1 cup is 158 grams. Perfect. So I'm going to do half of that. Oops. So 0.5. And I'm going to have some broccoli. Steamed. So let's see here. I'm going to look for one in grams. Once again, is this one available in grams? Kind of. There's 184 grams, but that's a lot of broccoli. I'm going to look for a different one, I think. What's this here? So 87 grams. Yeah, that could be right. I'm still not happy with that entry. I'm very picky about my entries. No grams on that one. Let's see here. Steamed fresh broccoli. Nope. So as you can see, sometimes you have to go through things in order to get a particular one that suits you. Like I said, I'm very down to the number oriented, so I like having the 1 gram option. So that one there is the one that I'm going to pick because it allows me to pick 1 gram. So I'm going to select that. And I'm going to have 110 grams of broccoli. All right, now for the snacks, we'll say that I'll copy them all from yesterday, which is today. And as you can see, because I changed my dinner, my calories are now off and so are my macros. So fat is pretty much done for the day. But I still have a bit of protein and I still have a carbohydrate gap to fill. Now that is your job, guys. That is your job in order to figure out if you want a different dinner. You have to be the one to figure out what you're going to do in order to get your protein up and your carbohydrates up. If you're not hungry, so be it. But it is good to maximize the amount of food that you do have. So in that case, I might increase the amount of chicken breast that I have in my lunch, or I might increase, or I might increase the amount of rice that I'm having with my dinner. Lots of different things you can do in order to play around with things and make your numbers work for you. You know, I kind of just think of it as a game every day and a little bit of a, I don't know, like an investigation type thing. So it is a little bit fun if you look at it from that perspective. But yeah, that is how you would plan for the next day, kind of thinking about what you're craving, what you're wanting, working your numbers, and then using that quick add option in order to structure out your day. All right, guys, that is it for that one. Stay tuned for my next